Okay, we are calling her the Queen of Halloween. She's a makeup artist with talent that is jaw-dropping. And listen when I say Instagram can't even keep up. Her transformations are so amazing. Her amazing artistry is mesmerizing. And underneath it all seems to be a gal who is just as fun as the characters she creates. I'm trying not to fangirl, but I am inside. I'm joined by makeup artist Elissa Bruce, but you go by Fern.
I go by Fern.
On Instagram.
And in life.
And in real life. I'm sure people see you and just assume that your handle is your name. How did that handle or that name come about?
Well, it's been my nickname forever. When I was really little, my sisters called me Friend, and then it morphed into Fern, but it's been Fern since before I can remember.
Oh, so that's a legitimate nickname?
Legit, yeah. Most of my friends and family call me Fern.
From Friend to Fern.
Yeah.
And now Fern is kind of a rock star. You're sort of this Instagram celebrity. My kids have been watching, we've been watching your videos every night. You do these daily Halloween transformations that are incredible.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I imagine these ride on like a sound makeup artist background. How did you get started in this?
Actually, I have no formal training. I'm all self-taught, but I've always loved makeup. But my personal style is very casual, so I have never really, I don't really have opportunity to like experiment.
Go glam.
Yeah, go glam very much because it's just not my personal style, except for Halloween. And so 5 or 6 years ago, I kind of saw this trend of 31 days of Halloween, and I thought that is a skill I think that I can develop. That looks really fun to me. And so I started watching YouTube videos and kind of learning the basics of like face painting and what products to get, and I invested in a couple things, and I did this project, and I was so proud of myself, and I learned a bunch of new things, and then ever since then, I've done, I think this is the 5th time, I've done this 31 days, and it's a huge project, but, you know, I'm learning all the time. I'm trying to learn a new skill every year or so, you know, and so, yeah, that's just how it developed.
You're amazing, and the way really it's makeup magic, but also your cute sparkle. Like you bring to life these characters through little audio reels and little audio clips, and it just all comes together in such a fun way. Talk to me about the creative process. How long does this take you?
That's a great question. Some of the more involved looks take a long time because I'm stopping to film.
Sure.
And because I make a handful of videos for every look that I do, and so there's a little bit of planning that happens, but because I'm doing so many, I don't do a lot of pre-planning. So every night that I sit down, I have to do this after my kids go to bed. I have 4 kids.
Moms unite. That's when we work. That's how we work.
It's the only time I have. So I'll sit down in my little office and I pick a look from my list and I figure out what I can scrap together. It's a very scrappy project we have going on. And I find all the sounds I'm going to use that night. I do all the research. I plan the look. So that whole process can often take like 6 hours.
I believe it. I believe it. The filming, the stop and start. What does your makeup stash look like at this point? Because you have been doing this for a couple years.
It's
extensive.
It's very extensive.
You've invested.
I've invested.
Oh my gosh, look at that. You have a collection.
Oh, I'm hoping my husband doesn't see this because the next time I say I have to buy new makeup, he's going to fight me on it.
Honey, it's all sponsored. Honey, it all came from Walmart. All of it. All of it. Pennies. We're looking at pennies.
Yeah.
And how do you choose your characters?
I keep a running list throughout the year.
Okay.
I mean, 31 is so many. It's so many looks, and so I have to get pretty creative.
The Inside Out characters have been a hit with my kids.
Oh, good.
Were those hard to do?
I mean, when you're copying like an actual character, that's almost easier. It's more like the creative when I have to create something from
like a mermaid.
Yeah, like a mermaid or like an alien or something like that can go anywhere, right? But when I'm trying to recreate a character, that is actually a lot easier.
Okay, well, we are just huge fans. So if people want to follow along, how can they do that?
On social media, my tag is Your Friend Fern.
Your Friend Fern. You're going to want to carve yourself out 6 hours just to go down her rabbit hole and see all of her videos.